India's unorganized sector, the backbone of our economy, yet one of its most vulnerable segments. From street vendors to daily wage laborers, nearly 80% of India's workforce operates without job security, benefits, or stable wages. But why is this sector so unstructured, and what can be done to fix it? Let's break it down. 1. Understanding the unorganized sector. The unorganized sector includes workers and enterprises that are not covered under government regulations. Think of small scale manufacturers, self employed artisans, and casual laborers. These workers lack formal contracts, social security, and often work in exploitative conditions. Despite their hardships, they contribute nearly 50% to India's GDP. In urban areas, it includes rickshaw pullers, street vendors, and construction workers, and gig economy participants. In rural areas, it includes farmers, agricultural laborers, and handicraft makers. The absence of formalization means inconsistent wages, lack of workspace safety, and vulnerability to external shocks like economic downturns. 2. The economic problem. But here's the catch: because they operate outside the formal economy, they have little to no protection against economic downturns. The COVID 19 pandemic exposed this harsh reality when millions of migrant workers were left jobless overnight, forcing them to walk thousands of kilometers back to their villages. Beyond individual suffering, the lack of stability in this sector leads to lower productivity, reduced tax revenues, and increased poverty cycles. Further, since these workers do not have proper documentation or banking access, they remain outside formal credit system relying on exploitative moneylenders. This limits their ability to invest in education, healthcare, and skill development, perpetuating generational poverty. 3. Historical context. This is not a new problem. Post independence, India tried to organize its workforce through various labor laws, but these largely focused on the formal sector, leaving the unorganized sector neglected. In 2008, Unorganized Workers Social Security Act was introduced, aiming to provide benefits such as health insurance and pensions. However, due to lack of awareness and bureaucratic inefficiencies, only a fraction of workers benefited. The 2020 labor reforms sought to address these gaps by integrating gig and contract workers into the formal economy. Yet implementation has been slow. Many similar attempts have faced resistance due to political and economic constraints. 4. Segment barriers to reforms. Why is change so difficult? The main barriers include lack of data. There is no comprehensive database of unorganized workers. Without data, policymaking remains ineffective. Resistance to uh, resistance from employers. Many small businesses and industries thrive on cheap informal labor. Formalization means more compliance cost, which they resist. Bureaucratic inefficiency. Policies exist on paper, but their implementation is slow due to corruption and administrative delays. Migrant workers, nature of work. Workers frequently move from states and jobs, making it difficult to provide continuous benefits and regulations. 5. Ameliorative measures. Here's what we can do: digital worker registries, implementing a unified database to track employment history similar to Aadhaar based linking for benefits. The eShram portal launched in 2021 is a good start but needs expansion. Social security expansion, ensuring universal insurance, pensions, and minimum wages. Government schemes like PMSYM pension scheme and Ayushman Bharat should be made accessible to more workers. Skill development and formalization incentives, providing vocational training and tax benefits to benefits that formalize employment, encouraging MSMEs to participate. Decentralized governance, strengthening state and local bodies to ensure efficient execution of labor laws and benefits. Panchayats and municipalities should be empowered to track and aid workers. 6. Implementation timeline. A structured approach can look like this: short term, from 2025 till 2027. Establish a national database of informal workers, ensuring registration of at least 80% of unorganized sector employees. Midterm from 2028 till 2032. Expand social security schemes, create state centric labor laws to accommodate regional variations, and enforce minimum wages across industries. Long term from 2033 till 2035. Achieve 50% transition of the unorganized workforce into the formal sector by incentivizing businesses and empowering workers' working conditions through labor laws. 7. Call to action. Reforming India's unorganized sector isn't just an economic necessity, it's a formal obligation. These workers form the foundation of our economy, yet remain invisible in policy discussions. If we act now, we can ensure a more stable, prosperous, and fair India for millions of workers. Thank you.